Hello, this is Will. I'm a real werewolf. Please like and subscribe this channel if you would, or video or whatever. I've been asked to stop swearing by Louis, so as a favour, I'm going to stop swearing in this bit.
Hello, this is me again. This is the real werewolf. I'm here to tell my story again. I've been doing a lot of chapters about why I hate humans and human society. This is the real reason why I'm something different than you, why I'm the Ubermensch, and I'm going to go into those details right now. This is interview 26, 27, some bollocks like that. Go back and check out my other ones if you want to, I don't care. Okay, why am I better than you? Why am I the Ubermensch? Friedrich William Nietzsche was a great thinker. He was a little broken mentally in the latter part of his life, but he was a great thinker. He talked about the Ubermensch, the ability of a person to rise above what they are and become the superior being that they should be. How the man with a greater soul needs to explore that higher self and accept that he is better than all others and live outside the norm. I wish he could have met me. I really do. I embody his thoughts on this. I have complete control over my animal side. It can be in me or outside me. We can work together or separately in this world. I am the Ubermensch. No, really I am. Let me explain it to you idiots if I can. We can assign our things that happen as good or evil. Things happen by will or by nature, and they are just that, things that happen. It is how we judge them to be that makes them either good or evil or just neutral. Here is an example. The rock rolls down the hill and bounces, hitting the head of a small boy playing in the garden of his home near Linz in Austria. The rock sadly kills the boy. Sad, huh? No tears yet, wait for it. Now the cleverest of you have probably worked out who this little man is already. His mother Clara discovers the dying boy and holds him in her arms, crying and shaking at the loss of her child. Alwa, his father, is sent for and is given the bad news that his son is dead. Yep, this is the little Führer Hitler, Adolf Sodding Hitler. Now the death of a child by a rock hitting him in the head was probably seen as a bad thing to happen. But was it? Because it killed fucking Hitler. It killed the monster that would send millions to their death and create a society based on his fascist, difficult word to say, edict. So was the stone rolling good or evil? You have to decide on that by taking the value judgments of good and evil which are dominant in your society and in such transposed in your head at this moment in time. Okay, you may be able to argue that Hitler himself was only a small part of the breakout of fascism in Germany, but we can see here how he could have been taken out of the whole process by one little rolling stone. It is a real shame that no one liked his paintings. That would have stopped all this silliness happening. The Stoics looked at the things that happen and tried not to assign them good or evil. It is us who label them good or evil. The wolf hunts his prey. He feeds on the baby deer, dragging it from its mother and ripping it to shreds alive. How utterly awful! Vegans will shudder. And I fucking hate vegans, but that is for another reason entirely. Well, this may seem a bad thing, but what about the pups of the wolf that are back at home? If they don't get the food, then they don't live. So if the deer does not die, the wolf pups do. Is that a good or bad thing? Another awful outcome of the deer not being killed may be that the deer population is not preyed upon sufficiently, so the number of deer explode. They strip the locality of food. The deer now starve to death in large numbers. So is the death of a baby deer a good or bad thing? Depends on your viewpoint. Confusing, huh? So are the things I do evil or good? Well, in my eyes, they are neither. They happen, but it can be argued in each case whether or not the outcome was good or evil. Not what I truly give a rat's ass about it anyways, whether it's good or evil. I am the higher being that Nietzsche talks about. I am the Ubermensch. I'm all about overcoming the morals we see in ordinary people's lives. Who needs them? They are a poison that sits inside us all, waiting to cow us and stop us attaining our true selves. What if a regressive trait lurked in the good man? Likewise, a danger, an enticement, a poison, and not narcotics, so that the present is lived at the expense of the future, perhaps in more comfort and less danger, but also in smaller-minded, meaner manner, so that morality itself has to blame if a man never attained the highest power and splendour possible for the typical man, so that morality itself was the danger of dangers. A Freddie end quote right there. The society of the day creates the morals to constrict us. We need to be able to exceed the boundaries of the values that we are given. I can overcome those values in seeking the ultimate goal, and that ultimate goal, my dear friends, is gaining power. Everyone lies to themselves about the main thing that they want in life. Fucking happiness. Happiness. Yep, happiness is what people are taught they want. But it's not. You want to be powerful. Fred realised this. We're not trying to be happy. We are not trying to find the truth in life or the meaning. We are trying to develop power over others and ourselves. Let's look at the truth. Our societal laid out values us back to be beings with little power. We need to be stepped beyond those values to take the next step in the evolution of man. Look at the values that we live by at the moment in the Western world. They find their basis in the Christian religion, a religion based on the culture of slaves. That's where we see the modern origin of our values born. This is a pathetic set of values that we decide to live by. Some think that God is dead, as he has held us all back from being more powerful individuals. We have seen other religions and cultures that have values based not in slavery but in betterment. The Greeks had a master morality based on excellence. Excellence equaled goodness. You had many capabilities that would allow you to move towards the pursuit of the will to power. To seek to be the best you could be in this world was seen as morally ideal. After this, Christianity happened and gave us anti-natural morality, giving us morals that turn against the instincts of life and stop us making a success of it in the now, for the promise of better in the future by gaining paradise. Jesus Christ did the dirty on the humans and taught them that being weak was the way to get into the next life, where you would get your reward. The meek shall inherit the earth was said. What utter fucking bollocks. Christianity is a religion for those who are not capable of achieving anything because of their position in the pecking order of life, and it only became so popular because there was lots of losers and not many winners. Look at the moral code. They resented the power that the masters had and so wanted to take their master's success and make it a bad thing. They made themselves superior to others by not acting on their desires. They made it morally inferior to do what you wanted without regrets. The Christian worldview is all about subservience. You obey the Lord and your betters without question, even if they abuse you and they use you. The more they do so, the more they hurt you, and the more they ignore it and live to allow them to do so, the more likely you are to go to heaven. Utter bollocks. What a con. You become a member of a flock, looked over and held in captivity like sheep of the field. They even say the Lord is our shepherd. What's that shit all about? I will never be a sheep, singular. I will be the predator on those that are weak in this world, no matter how bad, just to better myself. Not for the false promise of a happy future in some made-up afterlife will I try to be moralistic. Every commandment is a negative too. Thou shalt not do this. Thou shalt not do that. So negative. It's all about stopping people following their desires and keeping them trapped in their inaction. The virtues that we are taught are also ways in which people can hide their failings. Their humbleness disguises the fact that they have nothing of which to be proud. I don't have to try and achieve anything because I am humble. What bollocks. Your chastity disguises the fact that you don't get the chance to have sex. We are all programmed with the drive to have sex and fulfill our sexual desires, but if that is not something we can do because we are weak or unattractive for whatever reason, we can be virtuous very easily. We're not having sex, but that's what God wants, so we're being virtuous. What shite. To be poor is a good thing? No, it's not. You are poor and you can't do anything about it, which means that you are virtuous in your failure. It's a religion based on being a loser. Our modern morals are based on being a loser. We need to go beyond them, like me. Accept that I am a god, so that these morals do not apply to me. Well, rant done for now. I do feel that I need to go into more detail about all this Homo sapien leniency. Look out for my next book, Why I Hate Humans a Fucking Lot.